Hi everyone, Caroline here. Today I'm going to do a similar card to this where I've masked off and done a background or done a foreground stamp. So maybe about 2 stamps on it, or maybe 3. But today I'm going to be using the apartments again, the Imala apartments. This are from Stamps by Me, and the Paris stamp, which is Imala again, and it has the Eiffel Tower on, and I'm going to get that behind the apartments. If you didn't want the Paris one, if you have the stamp Cityscape from Imala, then you can use that as well, or anything that you've got that can give a bit of a background. The card I'm going to be doing it on is an 8x8 card, 8" by 8". The black mat for the back is 7 1/4 by 7 1/4, and the white card I'm going to be working on is 7" by 7". So let's get started. By the way, I'm using the Stamps by Me Eureka platform, which is a brilliant platform. If you already have one of these and you find it that your lid is getting dirty and you can't seem to wipe it off with anything, I just use the hand gel, because it has an alcohol in it, so just any old hand gel, and get it on a cloth, and it wipes all previous ink off and everything. It cleans it up brilliant. So that's a bit of a tip for today. Okay, let's get started. What you need to do is get an oddment piece of card and stamp out the apartments, because you're going to need that as a mask. I've pre-stamped this, I just did it lightly, and I've cut around the apartments. Be sure to cut in the black line when you go around, because when we're doing the back, we need it to be able to show through. So first of all, we're going to do the apartments, and we're going to get that really down at the bottom here, as low down as we can get, like this. Okay, and let's stamp that. Try and get a really good stamp, even if you've got to do it a couple of times, depending on how new your ink pad is, of course. Give it a good rub. It's not too bad, but I am going to do it again. There we are. And before I stamp the Eiffel Tower one, the Bonjour stamp, I'm going to do the sky. So I'm going to put my mask on. Don't need that back on there. Okay. Put my mask on there to leave a little bit showing. As you can see, you can still see a little bit showing on there. I'll pop a bit of paper behind, and then I don't mark the stamping platform pad. For this, I'm going to use Distress Oxide, tumbled glass, and my Stamps by Me blending brush. So just go over with you, turn my cuff up, it's cuffs are coming down. I don't go full coverage. I sort of go around in circles, so it leaves some white areas that look like clouds. If you can see that, you see it looks a bit like clouds. so don't give it a really full coverage at all. Rightio. Now what you do find when you've used the Distress Oxide is that area is a little bit wet, so I'm going to dry that with my heat gun. Just a quick dry, because then when you stamp on it stamps better. So back on with the mask. Like that. You can see that. And now I shall get my Bonjour stamp. Lovely stamps these. So much you can do with them. Great for layering and doing backgrounds and whatever you want with them, really. Just have some fun. Okay. So we'll get that across there. Get as much of the Eiffel Tower in as we can behind. Pull that down a little bit. That's it. So we've just got the tower behind in the background, in the distance. Stamp that up. Don't worry if you miss bits, you can always fill them in afterwards. And any bits like this, you can see there's a space. You know where to press down after. And give it a good press. There you go. If you feel that you've not quite got it right behind, pull your mask down a little bit. Just a little bit. That's it. And now you can see that that's got the Paris apartments and the Eiffel Tower in the background. Okay, we can colour that up now. Just wipe my stamp. I'm actually going to do the apartments in a grey, like a, because I don't think they have them coloured. This is the palest grey I have, which I think might be a bit too pale. These are Spectrum Noir greys, set of greys. Just try that on a bit. Always trial it out on a bit of card at the side. Yeah, that looks good. You can even watercolour if you're using watercolour card. These sort of cards are nice for male or female, or even if you've got somebody, a couple or a person going off to France for the holidays and they're going to do the Eiffel Tower, if they can manage to get away this year. This would be a lovely card to say, you know, have a lovely time. Have a great time, send us a postcard. I have visited the Eiffel Tower, but I've never been up it. I'm not great with heights, so I didn't actually go up. I mean, I live in Lancashire, and I've been to Blackpool many times, but I've never been up the tower in Blackpool either. You can always go after and fill in bits that you missed. Every time you look at these apartments, you see something different. It's brilliant. Okay. Do a bit of a darker grey now, just to under the windowsills. See if that'll blend in a bit. Just to give it a bit of a shadow under the windowsills. Just gives it a little bit of depth. Okay, so that's on its own without lots of colour. I mean, you can colour the buildings a little bit like they do the painted buildings. You can colour them all in painted buildings, but for me that will do for this card. Doesn't need to be too coloured in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add something extra to this. going to use the Craft Academy Chapter 2 Foliage Silhouette. I'm going to use this as like a branch coming in. There's a silhouette at the side. That's fine, I can put that in there. So as if there's trees at the side, and it's at the side of this and it's overlooking that building. Not too much over the there. So that's given it another bit of a depth, hasn't it? Another one. And that looks like there's a tree overhanging at the side, and I'll do it further up as well. To place it there. Over that. Oh, it looks nice, doesn't it, as the branches are coming in from the side. Just wipe my stamp. So just by masking off those apartments and putting a background behind, and adding the trees or any foliage you have, you could even die cut some foliage if you wanted, and add that on top to make it more 3D. But as a card, you know, that makes a lovely card, doesn't it? And you can do a sentiment in the corner. If you have the Stamps by Me Floating on Air stamp, it has these great little sentiments. So beautiful. I think we'll have that because the scenery is so beautiful. Better if it's the right way up. Bit of fluff. Stamp that up. And it stamps black in the background, as you will see, and leaves the text in white on white card, or if you're using coloured card, the colour comes through. Can you see that? It's brilliant. I love these stamps. out. And add a bit of foam to the back. Put that on your card. I've not glued it up yet, just to save time. And add your sentiment there. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see any more tutorials, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you at the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.